Good evening. How's everyone? It's Friday, January 29th. So I'm not sure what you're doing this evening, but I thought we'd do some creative problem solving. We all have issues and problems that we're trying to solve. Sometimes it works good, sometimes it doesn't, right? Hello everyone, how are you? Okay, it says, every problem has a solution. Your guide to creative problem solving. I'm sure you heard of the old adage, there's more than one way to skin the cat, right? Adventures in creative thinking. Okay, it says, how many times have you caught yourself saying that there could be no other solution to a problem, and that problem leads to a dead end? How many times have you felt stumped, knowing that the problem laying before you is one you just cannot solve? Hi there. No leads, no options, no solutions. I've been there, yes. Did it feel like you had exhausted all possible options and yet are still before the mountain? Large, unconquerable, and impregnable? When encountering such enormous problems, you may feel like you're hammering against a steel mountain. The pressure of having to solve such a problem may be overwhelming. But it says, rejoice. There might be some hope yet. It says, with some creative problem-solving techniques, you may be able to look at your problem in a different light. And that light might just be the end of the tunnel that leads to possible solutions. The light at the end of the tunnel, right? First of all, it says, in the light of creative problem-solving, you must be open-minded to the fact that there may be more than just one solution to the problem. And you must be open to the fact that there may be solutions to problems you thought were unsolvable. I've been there. I'm sure you have too, right? Now, with this optimistic mindset, we can try to be a little bit more creative in solving our problems. We're open-minded. We're open to looking at it in a different way. It says, number one, maybe the reason we cannot solve our problems is that we have not really taken a hard look at what the problem is. Here, trying to understand the problem and having a concrete understanding of its workings is integral to solving the problem. If you know how it works, what the problem is, then you have a better foundation towards solving the problem. Sometimes we're just not looking hard enough. What exactly is the problem? We're just looking at it on the surface, right? But really dig down, what is the problem exactly, right? Because then it also says next, you're not really trying to make a simple statement of what the problem is. So it says, try to identify the participating entities and what their relationship is with one another. So there may be more things that are involved, right? It says, taking note of the things you stand to gain, what you stand to gain. Oh, let me do that again. Sorry about that. It says, take note of the things you stand to gain and stand to lose from the current problem. Now you have a simple statement of what the problem is. So look at it more thoroughly, right? Don't just say, well, try to think of a way. This exactly is the problem, right? Try to identify what it is. Look at the surrounding things. What else is involved? But what exactly is the real issue? Okay? I've learned that from my son, who's an excellent mechanic, right? When there's an issue with a car, he looks at it very methodically, right? So we may have to do that too. And then be creative in solving it, right? So that was number one, okay? Just look at it and see what exactly is it. Number two, it says, try to take note of all the constraints and assumptions you have toward the word problem. It says, sometimes it is these assumptions that obstruct our view of possible solutions. You have to identify which assumptions are valid and which assumptions need to be addressed. Okay? Sometimes we just think of a problem, oh, it's a problem, and I just can't do it, it's a problem. No, think of what exactly. What are you assuming about it? What's true? What isn't? Okay? Number 3, it says try to solve the problem by parts. Solve it going from general view towards the more detailed parts of the problem. This is called the top-down approach. Write down the question and then come up with a one-sentence solution to that problem. It says the solution should be a general statement of what will solve the problem. From there, you can develop the solution further and increase its complexity little by little. So make a simple statement. Ask the question, what exactly is it? Then make the simple statement. That's what it is, right there. Not all this other stuff. This right there, okay? Number 4, it says, although it helps to have critical thinking aboard as you solve the problem, you must also keep a creative, analytical voice at the back of your head, like here, right? It says, when someone comes up with a prospective solution, try to think of how you could make that solution work. Don't just, that won't work. Try to think, how can I make it work? Try to be creative. At the same time, look for chinks in the armor of that solution. So take it to heart, think about it, but then if something isn't quite right, pay attention to that too, okay? Number 5, it pays to remember that there may be more than just one solution being developed at one time. Try to keep track of all the solutions and their developments. It says, remember, there may be more than just one solution to the problem. I have those issues. I'm always thinking that's just one way, that's just one solution. But no, I've been shown there are other ways to solve the problem. I just didn't think about them because my mind wasn't open at the time. So remember to be open-minded and think that there may be another way to do this. It says, number 6, remember that old adage, 2 heads are better than 1. That one is truer than it sounds. That one is truer than it sounds. Always be open to new ideas. You can only benefit from listening to all these ideas that each person has. This is especially true when the person you're talking to has had experience solving the problem similar to yours. Okay, so 2 heads are better than 1. I'm sure you've experienced that when you had a problem. That if you just talk it over with someone else, they look at it from a different viewpoint, and they've experienced it before, so they tell you what worked for them. And then you can say, well, maybe that'll work for me, or if I just tweak it a little bit, it may work for me, right? It says you don't have to be a gung-ho solo hero to solve the problem. You don't always have to do it by yourself. If you can organize collective thought on the subject, it would be much better. Number 7, it says be patient. As long as you persevere, there's always a chance that a solution will present itself. Remember that no one was able to create an invention the first time around. But we always want it quick, right then and there. Oh, I gotta know how to fix it right now, right? But if we're just patient, sometimes it solves itself. And sometimes we just find the solution. Right? It just comes to us so easily, right? It says, so next time you see a problem you think you cannot solve, think again. The solution might be just staring you right in the face. It says all it takes is just a little creative thinking, some planning, and a whole lot of work. Okay, so we do have to work at solving our problems. But sometimes we make it more than, harder work than what it needs to be, right? So just try to keep those things in mind. Be creative in solving a problem. There is always a solution. You just have to find it. And you don't always have to do it by yourself, right? Be open-minded, listen to someone else. Okay? I've had to do that many times. Yes, I've come a long way. But I find it's good to talk to other people about certain things. Not maybe too personal issues, but other things. Yeah, you can talk to other people about it. And they can help you. It's okay to ask for help. Okay? All right. Well, like I said, it's Friday night. I don't know what you're up to. Normally, if it was, normal times, I'd be going out dancing because I love to dance, right? I love the music and I love the movements. So I have to wait till that time gets to come here again. Hopefully not too long. Not too far into the future. Okay. Well, I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. This is number 29. Tomorrow is the 30th. I will see you then, okay? Have a good night. And remember, get some help if you need to solve a real problem. It's okay. Take care.